All gas, no break. Pod episode 111. No Chris and Justin, just Mo. It's going to get sticky still. All right, let's jump into this because I got a lot of shit I want to talk about. First, before the Broncos game, I want to say, and I hate talking about Hassan Reddick and the whole Davante Adams trade potential, whatever. So let's start off with Hassan Reddick just to get it out of the way. Reported by Rich Samini on NY Jets Flight Talk. I think his name is Connor, the young kid. Does a good job. I like him. He had Rich Samini on, and he apparently said from a little birdie that Hassan Reddick wouldn't mind getting traded back to the Eagles. Dude, they traded you for a reason. And yeah, we know you played great on the Eagles, but they also didn't want to pay you. Now you don't want to play with a team that was willing to pay you what they wanted to pay you. It's almost like it's complete chaos. That's that's what it's looking like. And this guy, I mean, I heard the Aaron Rodgers thing making a joke about his agent, and it seemed like I couldn't tell if it was shade or he was hinting at something, saying, okay, maybe he decided he wants to play. I mean, dude, he's gonna have to eventually end up playing. It's gonna have to happen because he's not gonna get paid this year. He's just gonna end up paying to play, and next year they still have his contract rights. So the dude has to play no matter what, unless he ends up saying fuck it and retiring. It's one way or another. Um, I don't understand how this dude thinks. It's either he's getting bad advice or he doesn't even know how to handle this situation himself. You're 30 years old. You're not getting any younger. You are at your prime and you decide to hold out. I can't preach this enough. This has happened before and we've experienced it as Jets fans. Bill. Le'Veon Bell held out in 2017 or no, 2018. Jets signed him in 2019. I mean, he had his plays here and there, but he wasn't Le'Veon Bell. It's also a different position because running backs age quick in this league. But now it almost seems as if running backs are getting due to the change in the game, which is, and I feel this whole new kickoff routine is kind of changing how running the ball takes place, because you see a lot of running touchdowns now. You do. And you can't name me any teams besides the Giants and maybe a couple of other teams that don't have like a dominant running back. But I mean, I digress. The Another topic I wanted to touch on is the whole Davante Adams thing. So Davante Adams is not playing on the Raiders this week. He is out. I don't know the reason. I also know Max Crosby's out too. If the Browns can't win this game, they got a lot of problems because they should be able to win without those, specifically those two players. And I mean, it gets to a point to where you're wondering how uh, stacked is the AFC, because the Browns projected before the season started they were supposed to be a contender, at least a playoff contender, with Deshaun Watson from what he. But now I don't know if his off the field stuff is affecting him. It probably is, and I see the even like the Steelers. The Steelers probably have one of the greatest coaches playing coaching right now, Mike Tomlin, and he's been with them since like '07, '08. Let's double check. I need to double check this. So Mike Tomlin's 52. He's been coaching the Steelers since it's not showing. Yeah, '07. And they won a Super Bowl with him. Well, when Big Ben was there. But I mean, Justin Fields now looks like a whole new quarterback, which is insane. And he looked like complete. I don't want to say it, but with the Bears. I don't know if it's a Bears curse. What's going on with the Bears? They don't know how to draft quarterbacks, or they don't know how to develop quarterbacks. This guy is a defensive guy, Mike Tomlin, but he's able to get a lot out of his quarterbacks that play for him. To me, if I power ranked every single team, they're a top 5 team. And they always go over 500 every single year. He never fails. Never fails. But above them, it's going to be KC and Buffalo. So Buffalo, I'm getting off topic here. This is supposed to be a Jets podcast, but I just wanted to filibuster for a little bit about Buffalo and KC. Well, mostly Buffalo. Josh Allen, after losing Stephon Diggs. Now here's the thing. I feel that Josh Allen he did need Stephon Diggs to make that next step to becoming the quarter. But now he reached a further step where he doesn't need Stephon Diggs anymore. He's at that point where he can make any receiver look good, which is dangerous. And when a quarterback can do that and run, and this motherfucker is like a linebacker, that's dangerous. Very. Mahomes, he's coddled. He is. You see it. Everybody sees it. Come on. We all see it. We all know he's coddled. Uh, he. I mean, he. I'm not saying he's bad, but he gets the. He gets more looks towards his way, to put it in a nicer way. Um, I do believe that they will be leading the AFC, but I mean, those three teams are what the Jets are going to have to look at and say, can we beat these teams? It's going to be a battle. I don't think we play the Steelers this year. We don't play KC, but we're going to play Buffalo twice. And that's coming after, don't think, it might be after Minnesota or maybe a week after Minnesota. But either way, we're still playing. And that's a game we have to win, Minnesota. Minnesota's looking good. And of course, it's going to be an ex quarterback, Sam Darnold. Who, I mean, I'm not mad at Sam Darnold. He's looking good. I'm actually glad he does. And that's two quarterbacks currently, right now, speaking, that are 3-0. Geno Smith and Sam Darnold. Two ex-Jet quarterbacks. Why? Because the Jets don't know how to develop quarterbacks. Zach Wilson's on the Broncos. So we're playing the Broncos this week. Thank God it's at home. AVT, and all right. See, the whole AVT thing where people say, oh, we should sit him. I see a lot of people saying that. We should sit him on Twitter. X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's not playing right tackle. And we're not in Denver. So this shouldn't be an issue. If you're thinking like he's injury prone, the two injuries he had were like you can't just, that doesn't make you injury prone. A torn bicep, and then what was it, ACL? That doesn't make you injury prone. It's just bad luck. People need to realize that, because AVT, he's been elite in the first 3 weeks. Well, at least the last 2 weeks. Because I mean, you need to give time. At least the first. Bill Belichick always says this. You need to give at least any team time to adjust or gel together. Whenever they have new players playing with each other, no Diddy, they need to uh, understand how each other plays and basically build chemistry off of it. Now, you can see the chemistry getting built off of it after that Patriots win and Titans win. And you can also see Aaron Rodgers building off of it too. And he's getting chemistry with his receivers, especially Alan Lazard. And you can see Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson. Now, trade deadline comes. Davante Adams is in question if he is a potential trade candidate to come to the Jets. I mean, it it takes your offense from a top 12, which I consider him now, to a top 5 at least. I say top 5 because it just gives him so many weapons, and as someone he already knows he's had chemistry with, and it makes the most sense. Yeah, what would I give up to get Davante Adams if that situation was in place? And I'm pretty sure we have the cap to even pay for him because Hassan Reddick, I mean, I don't know what the deal with him is. Maybe we trade him. I don't know. I think he probably should just end up coming here just just. But why would you want a player playing here that doesn't want to play here? What is he really going to do for you? Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't want to play for a team that's clearly the goal is make the playoffs. It's a win now team. The Eagles were. He was in a debacle about that, but it's whatever. Honestly, I'm over the whole Hassan Reddick thing, and they could do whatever the hell they want with him. Clearly, I'm on the Will McDonald train, and I said it 2 podcasts ago. I wasn't a Will McDonald fan. I liked the draft pick because, well, we needed a tackle, but I didn't care what we picked. The fact that they were so excited to get Will McDonald and develop him was already something that I was happy about. So it wasn't anything too crazy for me. Now Justin wants to text me. My bad, I was on the phone. I think that Will McDonald is, I mean, it can only get better. He has 5 sacks in 3 games. I see. I mean, if you really want to calculate this up, all he really needs is like a sack a game. That's it. I mean, next week I'm hoping he gets like 3, but or this Sunday against the Broncos. But I mean, I'll take it for whatever it is. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, all right, let's get into the Broncos preview because I I think we should dominate this team. We should. I feel like it's going to end up being a close game. I don't want it to be. I would like it to be a blowout because one, it's against a rookie quarterback who's finally getting into his groove. It's it's the whole Sean Payton uh Hackett thing, and Aaron Rodgers has a grudge, so you know he's gonna be mad, and he's gonna. Anytime Aaron Rodgers is mad, you know he's gonna fucking want to whoop that ass. And Percocet Rodgers is nothing to fuck with. I can tell you that shit right now. And he looked like he was on one last game and the game before. So I think Rodgers is still getting in the groove. He's still getting in the groove. I could see it. And I feel like he's just distributing the ball around. It's not like he's favoring anybody. He just wants whatever play is open for him, whatever he feels like is the necessary play to make, he's gonna do it. He and this is the thing. Players that are worried about like stats and oh, I need this amount of receiving yards. Fuck that shit. Why? Just play the game. The whole goal is to get what did Herman Edwards say? You play to win the game. That's all you got to do. That's it. Just get set. Just set yourself up to win. That's all. It's crazy. It's easier to say than do, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I got my Will McDonald's jersey on, and I'm waiting for that shit to happen. I'm expecting a win. Davante Adams. I don't know how serious it is. We're gonna have that's like a waiting game. We're gonna have to wait until like trade deadline to see if the Raiders like what are the Raiders really playing for? Ask yourself, what are the Raiders really playing for? I don't know. I mean, Max Crosby is even out. I mean, what he could get traded too. If I were the Raiders, I would just fire sale, just trade everybody. And I'm not trying to say that just for it to be our benefit. Shoot, give us Max Crosby. I'll give them 2 first-round picks for Davante Adams and Max Crosby. that would be insane. I don't think it would happen, but you can dream. I mean, I'd want that to happen. Obviously, I'm pretty sure every other Jet fan would want that to happen. But I mean, I want to focus on week to week here, and Broncos are the enemy right now. And I think the plan to win the game would be running the ball because their secondary is really good, and PS2 is definitely going to lock up Garrett Wilson. I mean, it gives you options for like Lazard, Mike Williams, even Conklin. I think Conklin is going to have a decent game because I don't see anybody covering or expecting Conklin to even catch the ball. Um, their offense versus our defense, not really worried about. It's a rookie quarterback that had one decent game. I don't even think I think he threw one passing touchdown. Maybe not. I'd have to double check. I don't know. My facts might be wrong. But I'm expecting a win here with the Broncos. I see us winning. If you want a score, I think it'd be like the Titans 24-17. I could see that happening. I want I please I'm telling you right now, I wish it would be a blowout. But I know this game I'm already going I know I'm going to be at the bar because I can't watch it. I'm in Austin and I hope Aaron Rodgers just dials in, locks in. Like this is the key to win this game. Start fast and just finish strong. That's exactly how we need to deal with the Denver Broncos. AVT, I'm not worried about him. He's been doing good. Joe Tippman also been doing really good too. Offensive line in general actually has been doing really good. And pass pro and the run game. At least the past 2 weeks. I like what I've seen. Um, Olufashanu, I know Morgan Moses is out for a couple weeks. Olufashanu, they're probably going to send up edge rushers on Olufashanu's side and, try to weaken uh, Aaron Rodgers. But, I mean, it should be expected. Put split backs and just throw Braylon Allen in there. He'll lock them down. I do like Braylon Allen scoring in this game and Tyler Conklin. I see those. I see touchdowns coming from them too. But overall, at least this game isn't in Denver. It's a home game, 1 o'clock game. Thank God. And yeah, I think Jets fans be ready. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be it at this point. If you're expecting to get into the playoffs, every game is a big game. So yeah, you got to take it week by week. Um, Meticulous details. Uh, Aaron Rodgers. People complain about how he last second calls plays. He did that all the time on Green Bay, all the time. Yeah, because I watch Green Bay a lot, and the reason he does is because he's trying to adjust the offense because he's reading the defense, and you're gonna have to end up spending time. You're just gonna have to deal with it because he's gonna end up spending timeouts, and not all of them, but a couple, maybe one or two. But it's gonna put you in a good position because he's getting you ready because he's reading the defense. That's one thing I figured out, and I think that's a positive, and it'll only get better because as long as they start picking up on it, they'll get used to it. So you'll see a team that's more adjusted to how Aaron Rodgers runs his offense and keeps it together, and know the assignments when he's ready to actually just sling. So any players like young, especially younger players like uh, Malachi Corley, who we really haven't seen enough of, he's maybe getting like one play a game to my knowledge, but Alan Lazard, Mike Williams, he's probably still trying to learn the playbook. Garrett Wilson, they're not even locked in yet. He even said it himself. He said we're not even at that level yet. They're still like growing together. And mind you, this is only what 3 games. Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles. You don't know the potential yet. It's like, oh, people calling he's washed, he's old, whatever. Okay, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. The only difference between him and every single other quarterback in this league is the mental. So he knows everything, everything. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, man. I'll cut this shit off. I know y'all sick and tired of listening to me, but this is the All Gas No Break podcast. Jets gonna win. Fuck my other score prediction. 34-20. I think Justin tried to join, but shit, podcast over. Hecker, shout out to Hecker, and yeah, All Gas No Break. Let's get this dub. Deuces. again.